In today's Read Aloud, Bruce, we are going to read the parts of the story that focus on the gooselings only, so that you can think of some questions that you could write or ask about the gooselings. So here we go. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stomped back to their nest. I will have to ask Mrs. Goose about her policy, her return policy, only to find Mrs. Goose had flown south early. Be back in April. Bruce left the gooselings there anyway and went back home. Those poor little gooselings. He left them all alone. Mama left them. Mother Bruce left them. But they followed him. Bruce was stuck with them. They're climbing on his belly. He tried to make the best of it, swimming in the pool. They became annoying baby geese. Then they became stubborn teenage geese and then boring adult geese. As the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky gooselings grow older. Then one fall afternoon, he saw other goose families flying south. Finally, he'd be rid of those geese and he could take a long winter nap. We know how bears like to hibernate in the winter. Bruce explained migration. Those geese looked confused, but they didn't listen. They won't leave. Bruce needed the geese to leave, so he got creative. Oh, those poor geese. He's going to try to fling them across south. Nothing worked. The geese would not leave Bruce. A sigh. They're climbing on him. They're hugging him. It seems like to me they love Bruce. So Bruce decided to pack some bags and take his geese into town. And they boarded a bus and migrated to Miami. Now, every winter, Bruce and his geese head south together. They laze about at the beach in tacky shirts, sipping ice cold lemonade while Bruce dreams of new recipes that don't hatch. Look at those geese playing in the water, building a sandcastle, laying out in the sun. All right, so boys and girls, when you ask questions begin with the words like who, what, when, where, why, and how. So I want you to think of the gooselings from the story and write 2 questions that you have about them. All right, and that is your assignment.